studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there, a very warm welcome to the news live from the National News Studios. I'm Sharifa Tahir and joining with me tonight on the news is Dishan Virakon. And it's time for us to take a look at the headlines.
Issuance of fuel for vehicles limited from today. Litro chairman resigns. Transport services for people returning from their hometowns. Ayesha Netmini wins the 2022 National Television's Rukirula crown. Veteran journalist Victor Ivan says the change of government can only be achieved through constitutional means. Warning over the possible use of nuclear weapons by Russia in the Ukraine war. Starting off with the top story for tonight, the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has decided to limit the issuance of fuel from today onwards. Now, the decision was reached with the objective to reduce the delay occurrence in the issue of fuel and the time spent for relevant transactions. Now, this move will be enforced for the next 2 weeks. Now, accordingly, fuel will be issued for motorcycles to a maximum of 1,000 rupees. 1,500 rupees is the maximum for three-wheelers, while fuel will be issued for motor cars, vans and jeeps to a maximum of 5,000 rupees. The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has said that this decision is not relevant for diesel vehicles utilized for bus services and other commercial activities. The corporation further informed that a document consisting of details of the vehicles should be produced to the filling stations in order to receive fuel. The statement issued by the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has indicated that issuance of fuel for barrels, cans and plastic tanks has been suspended. This will be monitored through a group consisting of Sri Lanka Police, the Defence Forces and state officials. Meanwhile, Chairman of Litro Gas Company Teshara Jayasinghe has resigned from his post. The relevant letter has already been directed to the President. The letter has indicated that he had resigned from the post based on a policy decision. Meanwhile, operations to detect traders who conceal gas stocks and sell gas cylinders at exorbitant price rates are underway. Accordingly, police and Nuwara Consumer Affairs Authority have recovered 230 gas cylinders which were hidden away. Investigations have revealed that the concealed stock of gas cylinders have been identified as a consignment issued to the Litro Gas Company agent in Navalapitiya. It was further revealed that the concealed cylinder stock was sold at a higher rate. The suspect is expected to be produced before the Hatton Magistrate Courts. Meanwhile, the Public Utilities Commission has indicated that the power interruption for the next 2 days will be for a period of 2 hours and 15 minutes. Accordingly, power will be disrupted between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Commission has further indicated that power will not be disconnected during the night time.
Special bus services have been initiated for the people returning from their hometowns following the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. A media briefing in this regard was held in Colombo today. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Transport Board, Kingsley Ranawaka, said that 300 buses had been deployed between provinces today. He said that buses will be deployed based on the study conducted on the number of people who had left for their hometowns during this festive season. He added that buses will be deployed jointly by Colombo Operational Centre together with divisional managers and depot managers. He further said that 1,500 buses are usually deployed for inter-provincial transportation purposes and preparations have been made to allocate 600 additional buses for passenger services. He also said that necessary measures are being already taken to ensure uninterrupted passenger services by providing fuel required for private buses. In the meantime, T22 National Television's Rukirula town.
Now, the finale of the Rukirula beauty pageant was held last night at the national television premises.
Rukirula Beauty Pageant received more than 15,000 applications this year. 1,800 applicants were selected during the preliminary round of the contest. Upon several more selection rounds, 12 finalists were selected for the finale. These finalists were engaged in numerous workshops over a period of 1 month. In addition to the Rukirula contest, several more competitions were held under various categories, including Navaliya Most Popular Kumariya, the most talented Kumariya, and Miss Photogenic. A veteran panel of judges selected the winners of the pageant. The judges include national and international beauty pageant director Lo Chin Wong, veteran choreographer and dancer Master Dr. Channa Vijayawardena, actresses Udari Pereira and Sandhani Fernando, and veteran beautician Samantha Gunasekara. Ayesha Nethmini was adjudged as the Chavi Kalyani Kumariya at the Rook Kirula contest. Sulochana Harapadeniya won the Danta Kalyani Kumariya title at the contest. Ayesha Nethmini also secured the most talented Kumariya of Rook Kirula 2022 beauty pageant, while Sevandi Gunaratna was adjudged as the Navaliya most popular Kumariya. Sulochana Harapadeniya is the photogenic Kumariya of the contest. The second runner-up of the national television's Rook Kirula contest 2022 was Devindi Nayamini.
උර පළඳනාව පළඳවීම නදීෂාන් වඩුගේ මහතා අතින් සිදු කරනවා ඇති සන්නාම කලවනාකරු ලීව ආයුෂ් ඉන් අනතුරුව චෙක් පත ප්‍රදානය කිරීමට ආයෝජන බැංකුව ඔබට මුදල් ත්‍යාගයක් ලැබෙනවා. තවමත් ත්‍යාග ලැබී අවසන් නැත. තුන්වන ස්ථානය ලැබීමත් වාග්යක් නොවේද?
රූ කිරුලේ දෙවැනි ස්ථානය හිමි කරගන්නේ අංක 11.
First runner-up title was secured by Upuni Nimeshika Madavala.
කලවනාකරු ලීව ආයුෂ්
ලයි සිනෝ දෙනාට අපි සුබ ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා.
ත්‍යාග බොහොමයක් ලැබෙනවා. ඒ සතුට හිතේ තියාගෙන ත්‍යාග අතේ රඳවගෙන
2022 රූ කිරුල මෙවර හිමි කරගන්නේ අංක 12.
ඔබයි ජාතික රූ කිරුල 2022
Ayesha Nethmini won the national television's Rook Kirula crown.
සුබ පැතුම්. උර පළඳනාව පැළඳවීමට ඉතාම ගෞරවයෙන් ආරාධනා කරනවා ශ්‍රී ලංකා රූපවාහිනී සංස්ථාවේ සභාපති සොනාල ගුණවර්ධන මැතිතුමාට. ජයග්‍රහණයේ සතුට, ජයග්‍රහණයේ සිනහව අනෙක් මුහුණුවල පවා අපි දකිනවා.
2022 වර්ෂයේ රූ කිරුලේ හිමිකාරියට පසුගිය වර්ෂයේ කිරුල හිමි කරගත් කවමිනී තත්සරණේ මගින් කිරුල පැළඳවීම සිදු කරනු ලබනවා. වෙන 2022 ජයග්‍රහී රුවැතිය රූමතිය ජාතික රූපවාහිනියට පැමිණි දහස් සංඛ්‍යාත රූමතියන් අතරේ කිරුල දරූ රූමතිය ඇයයි. ඇයට අපේ සුබ පැතුම්. කිරුලක් දරූ යුවතියක්, කිරුලක් පැළඳි යුවතියක්, රූමතියක් සතුටු කඳුළු සතුට දෝර ගලා යන අවස්ථාවක් ඇගේ නෙතින් අපිට දකින්න ලැබෙනවා.
හැම තරුණියක්ම රැජිනක්, හැම තරුණියක්ම කිරුලක් ලැබීමට සුදුසු කෙනෙක්.
රාජ්‍ය උකස් ආයෝජන බැංකුව මගින් පිරිනැමෙන චෙක් පතත් මේ මොහොතේදී පිරිනැමීම සඳහා අපි ආරාධනා කරනවා. රාජ්‍ය උකස් ආයෝජන බැංකුවේ සහකාර අලෙවි කළමනාකරු අලෙවි ප්‍රධානී නුවන් තිලකවර්ධන මහත්මයාට අපි ආරාධනා කරනවා.
net දුලවන මත් කරවන සිත් බදවන හිතති පින්බර වූ කම්මානෙට පායන සඳරු ඇති net මානක ඉන්න කොටත් හිත පිරනවා පිනැති මේ පින්බර රූමත්කම කවුද තුන්නේ නොලාස්වී net මානක ඉන්න කොටත් හිත පිරනවා පිනැති මේ පින්බර රූමත්කම කවුද තුන්නේ නොලාස්වී
Now, many ceremonies and festivals were organized island-wide, marking the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. People who had returned to their hometowns during this festive season can be seen enjoying their leisure time. Now, reports have indicated that many have visited the coastal areas to enjoy the holidays in this festive season. Many can be seen enjoying at the Hambantota beach today.
Today is Good Friday, which commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus on his death at the Calvary. It is observed during the Holy Week as part of the sacred Paschal Triduum. It is also known as Holy Friday, Great and Holy Friday, and Black Friday. Following his sacrifice at Calvary Mountain, the remains of Jesus Christ were kept in a stone cave. Accordingly, the global Christian community commemorate the significance of this day by visiting churches across the world. The special Holy Mass for the Good Friday is conducted by His Holiness Pope Francis at St. Petersburg Basilica in Rome. In the meantime, today is the 7th day of the protests currently underway in Golfers Green in Colombo. The protest with the participation of the youth was commenced on the 9th of this month. They are engaging in their protest day and night while camping in front of Presidential Secretariat. Veteran journalist Victor Ivan says that the change of government can only be achieved through constitutional means.
He made these remarks in a social media post commenting over the present situation in the country. Veteran journalist Victor Ivan said that even though youth and mass revolutions are a significant experience, they will be criticized by the general public if they are unable to act intelligently in a disciplined manner. He said that if the present government opts out, then there should be an entity to take over the government. Accordingly, an election or any other methodology should be in place to transfer the governing powers. He added that the educated should support the youth and the youth should be humbled enough to accept the support extended to them. He further added that those who are engaging in protest should be able to return to their respective employments in a dignified manner. Hence, a healthy backdrop in this regard should be facilitated.
Sri Lankan Airlines says that the consignment airlifted from Colombo to Uganda in the year 2021 was purely commercial in nature. Sri Lankan Airlines made these remarks in a statement issued clarifying the speculations circulated on social media in this regard. Sri Lankan Airlines has said that it received an air cargo order to transport approximately 102 tons of printed material from Colombo to Entebbe International Airport in Uganda in February 2021. It has noted that the consignment was purely commercial in nature and brought in much needed foreign revenue to the airline and country at the same time. Following the collapse of tourism industry due to COVID-19 pandemic, Uganda is currently facing a severe economic setback. Sri Lankan Airlines has briefed over 4 proposals presented to lease 21 aircrafts under a long-term strategic plan. According to a statement issued by Sri Lankan Airlines, the initiation of refleeting request for more proposals is primarily prompted by the impending expiry of aircraft leases for over 50% of the current fleet. The airline has recognized that the current global market for aircraft leasing allows the maximizing of the cost savings which can be achieved via the timely execution of a refleeting strategy. A single procurement exercise also avails optionality in terms of selecting the optimum fleet structure in terms of operating efficiency, aircraft type and age. The statement has further indicted that aircraft leases will be funded through the airline's current existing cash flows, and the refleeting is expected to significantly reduce the airline's cost structure going forward. The refleeting exercise will help the airline, along with other strategic initiatives, to increase its operating margins and further elevate its operating cash flows, which will support the timely paying down of long-term debt to the government and other lenders. Moving on to more local news updates, Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, says that the agency will cut its global growth estimates for 2022 and 2023 as Russia's war in Ukraine drives food and energy prices higher, piling pressure on already fragile economies.
She also said that the global growth downgrade is a massive setback for the country struggling to recover from the still raging COVID-19 pandemic. The IMF head Georgieva made these remarks today in a curtain-raiser speech ahead of new forecasts to be released at next week's IMF and World Bank spring meetings. Now, the global lender will downgrade its growth outlooks for 143 economies, representing 86% of global economic output, although most countries will maintain a positive growth.
The outlook has deteriorated substantially, largely because of the war and its repercussions. Inflation, financial tightening, and frequent wide-ranging lockdowns in China, causing new bottlenecks in global supply chains, are also weighing on activity. As a result, we will be projecting a further downgrade in global growth for both 2022 and 2023. Fortunately, for most countries, growth will still remain in positive territory. That said, the impact of the war will contribute to forecast downgrades for 143 economies this year, accounting for 86% of global GDP. To lend, this is a war chest. 2020 is the record highest borrowing year since the Second World War. Even the global financial crisis didn't lead to, in 1 year, such an expansion of borrowing. Now, when we have that level globally at 256% of global GDP, obviously we have to think of the impact of it. When interest rates are low, in some cases even negative, this is easy. In fact, in 2021, debt went up, but debt service in many countries went down. Why? Because of accommodative monetary policy. When inflation accelerated, and I should say that part of the pressure on inflation came from demand picking up after the pandemic, but supply chains being broken and supply not catching with this demand. today also because of the pressure of war. Price stability is very important for growth. So central banks do have to take action. They have to act decisively. When they do so, interest payments go up. Servicing debt becomes much more difficult.
Now, the Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the country. Now, more updates regarding the weather situation will come up shortly after this commercial break. Welcome back. Now, taking a look at the ongoing weather situation in the country, the Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the northern, north central, eastern, central and Uva provinces during the night time.
Few showers may occur in Sabaragamu and northwestern provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts as per the Met Department weather forecast. General public has been requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporarily localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. Showers or thunder showers will occur in few places in the sea areas of the coast extending from Puttalam to Batticaloa via Kankesanture and Trincomalee. Winds will be southwesterly and wind speed will be 20 to 30 km per hour. The sea areas of the coast extending from Puttalam to Kankesanture via Mannar will be fairly rough at times. The other sea areas will be slightly moderate.
Now, programs in line with the Sundara Nuwareliya Salalihini Vasantaya are currently underway in several sites in the festival region. Now, the national television is the media sponsor for the festival.
සුන්දර නුවරඑළිය සැලලිහිණි වසන්තය 2022.
One of the main attractions of the Sundara Nuwareliya Salalihini Vasantaya 2022 are horse racing events. The horse racing competitions were held today under 5 categories. Also, a fashion show was organized in parallel to these events.
A successful passion fruit cultivation using organic fertilizer is reported from Medirigiriya area. The cultivation has been conducted by the Civil Defence Corps personnel. Many farmers have been involved in toxic-free cultivations, complying with the government policy in this regard. As an initiative under this program, this passion fruit cultivation has been carried out in a 7-acre farmhouse in Medirigiriya. The personnel of the Civil Defence Corps have said that a kilo of passion fruit is currently being sold at 200 rupees in the market. The organic fertilizer required for cultivation is produced by Civil Defence Corps personnel.
Now, let's take a look at several local news in brief. Now, no COVID-19 deaths have been reported in the country as per the report issued by the Director General of Health Services today. 450 families in the Medirigiriya Divisional Secretariat Division in the Polonnaruwa received title deeds yesterday. The event was held with the participation of State Minister Siripala Gamlath at the Tissa Amunu village in Lanka. A person has died after being hit by a tipper in Himbiliya Gahamaditta area in Uva Paranagama. The deceased has been identified as a 49-year-old father of 3 children. The suspected driver and the tipper have been taken into custody.
Veteran astrologer and talented poet Piyasena Ratuvithana passed away recently. He had passed away while receiving treatments in a private hospital in Colombo.
Veteran astrologer Piyasena Ratuvithana was 91 years old at the time of his demise. Born on the 15th of October 1931 in Koholana in Kalutara, he was a father of 4 children. Following his primary education in Papiliana Junior School, late veteran astrologer Ratuvithana obtained his bachelor's from the University of Sri Javardhanapura. After being appointed as a teacher in 1956, he went on to become a school principal. He was renowned as a journalist, author and a lyricist as well as a poet. He was the first chairman of the All Ceylon Poetry Association and also held the chairmanship of the All Ceylon Sinhala Poetry Association. He had also assumed the post of advisor at the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation and worked as an editor for several newspapers and magazines. Well, that's a wrap of tonight's primetime news bulletin here at the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. And until we meet again next time, do take care, stay safe and good night.
Good night.